For this exercise, you will add a class, or rather creating a class, but using or creating a class using the wizard. Okay, so Visual Studio, C++ Visual Studio actually allows you to add classes using the wizard. Okay, there's a wizard there. Okay. Um, right, so I'm gonna start this exercise using something really basic. Really, numbers. This is something basic that adds two numbers. So we have a function that adds the number, we have a function that accepts the number, and then we have a function that displays the number, okay, or the total. Right? So we also have an A and a B as our main as our data members, and we want to have total as the total that is displayed. So if you want to create a class like that, okay, obviously classes can be more that have much more code in there. For this exercise, definitely string there, just keep it there. I'll string. And the idea here is that you want to split the code into three parts, okay? And that is what we call information hiding, right? So in order for you want to add a class, you can go to File, Project, Add a Class. Okay, that's the first option there, Add Class. And Add Class will come up with this wizard here, and then we want to add a C++ class, and then press Add. And what it does over here, it brings up this generic, the wizard, where it allows you to enter the class name. Okay. Now, what it will, let's just call this addition. And CLS. Okay. So what you see over there is as you type in add CLS, it populates the .h file and the .cpp file respectively for you. Okay. So what you can also do alternatively is to actually put in other words like implementation in the back of your CPP file. Okay. But let's leave it like that. Okay, so the name of the main program, or your class rather, the name of your header file and the name of the CPP file will be the same. Then by default, every member will be public, okay, unless you specify it differently. The base class here is if there's another class that this particular class will inherit from, that you specify the name of the base class. So this class is not inheriting from anything. And then here, virtual destructor, we'll come back to that. And then inline, remember I said to you, you can define your functions either inline or not, okay? And if you check that, it will actually put in the code, allows you to add your code inside the class. We're not going to check that inline. When you press finish, so what has happened now, it is actually added the class structure there for you with two uh, lines, which is one is your constructor, and the other one would be your is. Alright. What you can do for the constructor, for instance, is say, for instance, and we're assuming that we're going to have an A and a B as our data members. So that you Right, so that's how B structure is inline defined, and then A, so. Right, so your class definition goes into the header file, okay? Your implementation of the code goes into the CPP file here. And what it does, it actually adds the two lines of code there, okay? What I've done is here, I've actually put in the code there. So maybe we must, maybe want to take it out there. Leave that as an inline line. After there. And then in our, what did I do now? A equals 0. Okay? You know you can do something like this? You know? You know? Okay, but that simply basically says it's assigns 0 to B. So once B is 0, it assigns B to A. Okay? So we'll basically pass on the 0 from the one variable to the other one. It's only applicable when all of them is of the same type. Okay? So B is 0 assigned to B, assigned to A. So we'll still have to define that. Okay, we haven't done that yet. So we have to add our first function is, let's just say, if numbers. So here we can put in two, in other words, we can pass two parameters there. Those parameters will be passed by the main program. Okay? And then okay, that will show the total. And we can add the total in when we set the numbers as well. Okay? So that is your definitions there. So you go back to your implementation file and then specify the what did we call this? And okay, A in B. Okay. So each A in B, and then we would say A equals A and B equal to. Remember, declarations or variable declarations identifies are case sensitive. So which means A, capital B is not the same. Okay? And in the same way, when you use a name, function name, you have to use it exactly the way you spell it, all the capitals in it. Finally, I'm not going to, I'm just going to display a line of code here. Out. Okay. Let's rather so see out there is because we haven't defined IOStream yet, so we have to include IOStream as well. Okay, so we've got a class definition and we've defined all the methods that we require. Okay? The first two there being one being the constructor and the other one the destructor, and these are the two functions: accept number and display number. So in your main program, this is what we will do. Okay? We will now just take note that the header file add.cls.h contains the class definition. So here we actually have to include that class name as well. Okay? And that would be our header file. Okay? The difference between the two includes using the double quote and that bracket. You know what the difference is? You know what the difference is between the double quote include and the greater than or less than? Okay, the one is, this is in your local directory, your working directory. That one is in your system directory, basically your system library. Okay? So string, and that's why you don't include .h then. So string.h you'll find in your library file, which is on your system, where your Visual Studio is in, and then this is your current drive. This will also be in your current folder. Right? So here, let's just put in 25 and 9. Compile this. Okay, so that just displays the number. Total is 54. That's it. Okay. Right, so that's how you basically split that. There is a document there that actually explains the whole process, so I'll post that as well. Okay.